Hi there, my name is Jessica Cavazos. This is going to be my video assignment 2 for my strength and conditioning class. Um, this is going to be my demonstrator for all the exercises we're doing today. This video assignment is going to be more based on plyometrics than compared to the first video assignment, which is more strength training. So first, my demonstrator is going to start off doing a 5-minute walk slash jog. It's going to be very easy conversational pace if you do jog. It's going to be a conversational pace jog. It is preferred to do a jog because a lot of the movements we're doing today are going to be more jumping, more quick movements. So it's better to start off with jogging rather than walking. So he's going to jog for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to move on to some other exercises or some other warm ups. The next warm up we're going to do is going to be more of an upper body warm up. And so the reason that we want to warm up before doing any exercise, not just plyometric exercises, is to increase that cardiovascular circulation. So we want to get the blood pumping, we want to get that heart racing, and also get the muscles and tendons and whole body nice and warm so that whenever we're doing our exercises, we're not more likely to injure ourselves. All right. How much time do you have left? Okay. Do you feel like this is pretty easy? Okay. So yeah, so right now he's at um, speed 6. That might be quite quick for some people, but he has long legs and he's tall and he's also quite athletic already. So a 6 is a nice, easy conversational pace for him. So it's good to find what pace works best for you. For me, usually a good conversational jogging pace is between a 4.5 and a 5, just because I have shorter legs and means I have a shorter stride. Another good way to make sure that we can do a proper warm up exercise is I prefer to do the running outside. So then I'm not constricted to the speed that the treadmill puts me on. But it's definitely a person's or the athlete's preference. All done? Okay. So now that he's done, we're going to move on to a different warm up. And this next warm up is going to be more focused on upper body. Alright, so the mic didn't work for this portion of the exercise, but essentially we're going to move into the assault bike, as I'm explaining here. We're going to do about 3 minutes of the assault bike. The focus is going to be pushing and pulling on the pedals, as I'm showing here. The athlete asked if it's necessary to use the pedals of the assault bike, and so I explained to the athlete that it's not necessary, but it is recommended due to the fact that we had just did a warm-up jog, and so we can use the pedals to keep the legs nice and warm, but the main focus of this exercise is going to be ensuring that we are warming up the upper extremities. So really focusing on the pushing and pulling movements of this warm-up, and again, we're going to be doing this motion for 3 minutes. Once again, the mic cut out for this portion, but this next portion that I'm explaining that we're going to move into here is some dynamic stretches or some dynamic warm-ups. And so these are a little bit different than static stretches. Static stretches you want to save towards the end of your exercise are going to be, as the name indicates, more static. Dynamic is going to help us get good stretches in our muscles while also moving them to, again, decrease the chances of injury. So we're going to do a couple of different types of power and dynamic types of stretches. And again, we want to make sure that some of them are more powerful in order to ensure that we're prepping our body enough to get started with some of these plyometric, speed, and agility-based movements. So you can see here the first exercise is going to be high knees. And you're going to choose between a 5 and 10 meter distance like I'm explaining here. And the athlete is going to be doing approximately 1 lap down and back as shown here. For this next exercise, we're going to be doing some butt kicks. As I show here, instead of doing a knee and hip flexion to help with the hamstring and the quad, we're going to do just a knee flexion in order to, again, stretch that quad like so. And it's going to be the same thing, 1 lap down and back, or approximately 10 meters down and back. Alright, so for this next dynamic warm-up, we're going to be doing a skip. So you can see I'm demonstrating here. One leg is straight and jumping. The other leg is going into a knee flexion and hip flexion. So it's going to be a quick jumping movement. One knee up and then jumping 2 feet together and then alternating the knees. Once again, this is going to be for 5 to 10 meters down and back. You can see I'm demonstrating to the athlete here how to conduct the exercise. And then he's going to put it all together to go down and back 10 meters. This next dynamic warm-up is going to be very similar to the last one of the A skips, but instead of a forward-facing A skip, we're going to do a lateral facing. So you can see here, I'm moving in the left direction. So I'm going to be facing the right side. And so in doing so, you want to try and make sure that you start with the foot in the direction that you're moving in. So in this case, since the athlete is moving to the left, they're going to start with the left foot. And if they start moving to the right, they're going to start on the right foot, like so. Once again, it's going to be for 10 meters down and back. Next is going to be some high jumps or high single leg hops. So one leg is going to be, again, a knee and hip flexion, and the alternate arm is going to drive up towards the ceiling, like so. And you're going to do so once again for distance, so 10 meters down and back. Alright, so lastly here, we're going to be doing some alternating high leg kicks. This is going to help us stretch out that hamstring. So you're going to choose a leg, you're going to kick it up, and it doesn't have to be necessarily locked, but you want to keep it pretty straight and use the alternate arm in order to reach for that toe. And we want to make sure we're using those upper extremities as well in order to also warm up those upper extremities, like so. And once again, this is going to be for approximately 10 meters down and back. Alright, and I'm explaining here that this is essentially the end of our dynamic stretches / warm-ups, and now we can kind of start to jump into the actual modalities.